What's up guys, Noah here with Custom RC Mods. Before this video begins, I do want to say, unfortunately the audio wasn't working on my original intro clips that I recorded, so we're just going to dig right into the build here. Today I'm building the Simple Stick, which is a plane designed by The Hanger, who is one of my good buddies on the Flight Test forums. He's also on my Discord server, and of course a loyal subscriber to the channel. I really like this design so far. It's basically a spin-off of the FT Scout that kind of carries the lines of the classic Ultra Stick, Ugly Stick, you know, all those classic RC airplanes. So I really like the looks of it. It does seem like it's going to be a very good aerobatic airplane. And a few things I also have to say about it. Of course, Flight Test just announced their Simple Stick of their own. It's definitely a little bit different than this one. However, this one was designed first. I'm not really going to get too much into this, but Flight Test ended up not giving The Hanger any credit, even though all of his stuff was all over the forums and the articles section. So this is a very popular plane. I think they should have given him a little more credit because there's a lot of similarities, but again, I'm not going to make that big of a statement on that there as well. I went ahead and built this one because it's the original plane there as well. I'm actually running a PowerPack C spec power system on here with the Sunny Sky 2216 1250 kV motor and a ZTW 30 amp ESC. Got 4 9-gram servos as always, and of course the 6210 AR6210 receiver for Spectrum. So overall, pretty basic setup, and yeah, PowerPack C will get you going just fine on this airplane. As you can see, just getting the final assembly done now with my tail servos and linkages. This build was overall very easy. There's not a lot of parts. I would say it's even easier than the FT Simple Scout was, just because you don't have to worry about the mid-wing design, you know, pushing the wing to the fuselage, as well as, of course, also you don't have to worry about doing the poster board turtle deck, which often trips a lot of beginners up. So it's the next day now, and as you can see, the one main attraction that you might be able to notice, I mean, it's kind of out of frame now, there it is, the skis. I actually went ahead and printed out some 3D printed landing gear and of course skis on there as well, because it is snowing outside, and so I think I might go out for a maiden flight in the snow with some skis. We'll see how it works, but of course I can take those off and just put normal wheels on for landing gear. But I'm really excited to see how this works. Overall, really happy with the build process. I'll have all the links to the skis and the landing gear and all that stuff in the description below, as well as of course the full plans. Alright guys, so here we are at the park, and as you can see out there, it is a winter wonderland ready to be explored with the Simple Stick. I'm super excited. Of course, we've got it in the back there. CG set properly, fingers crossed, according to the plans, so I'm not too worried. My buddy Kafka just built one, and he said it flew great, so again, not totally concerned. I'm really excited. This is going to be my first time flying off of snow, at least with dedicated skis. Of course, I've flown off of snow with belly landers and things like that, but we're going to see how this thing goes. So we got all the control surfaces going the right way. Rudder. Alright, I guess nothing left to do. Looks like it taxis fine. Let's see if it turns. Oh, it turns. These Kafka's telling me that there's going to be some issues with the snow being too wet. But I think he printed out different skis than me. Mine are a little bit wider, so it's actually working really well. And this thing took right off. I've not crossed half throttle yet on this plane. Oh my gosh. I was just talking there and it just took right off, and I was just trying to taxi around, but we're up in the air now. Look at this thing go. Oh. I'm genuinely so impressed with how this plane is flying. I've done like 3 circles and this thing is just so smooth. Oh my gosh. This might be one of the best scratch built planes I've ever flown. Oh my gosh, there's so many to pick from now because I love the Scout so much. This reminds me of how the Scout flies, but it has axial rolls, which is really nice. That's something obviously I do a lot. It's very smooth. Controls are super dialed in, even without any trims or anything like that. Really like this prop setup. I was noticing when I was taxiing initially that the prop was digging into the ground a little bit, likely just because it's a 10-inch prop and there's not a lot of vertical given by the landing gear, so I guess I can't really complain. But let's try to do some touch and go, see what that's like. Okay, that wasn't great. That wasn't great, but as you can see here, it looks like she's fine. That was not ideal, but wing just snaps back into place just like that. And let's clean the prop off. Got a little dirt on that. Yeah, that was a downwind touch and go. That wasn't really the smartest, but let's try to take off again here. I'm gonna get the dirt off the wings. That's why I do the tape on these wings, is so that we don't dig into the leading edge on some of these crashes. But again, just right up in the air, just like that. Got a little bit of speed to it, which is nice. Flying great overall. I need to sub-trim my elevator a little bit. I've already reached the minimum trim, or the maximum trim that I can for this elevator going up. But flying real well. Let's do an into the wind touch and go this time. That was a little bit dumb of me. See how this thing does. So just gonna bring it on in. There, oh my gosh, that is amazing. That feeling. It's silky smooth. I could do that for hours. Before I hit that flag down there. Wow, that is so awesome. That is a little bounce and go downwind. Yeah, this is a 2200, so I'm not totally sure how long of a flight time that we have with this thing, but I just want to keep flying this thing forever. I obviously did bring some extra 2200s with me because I was anticipating this thing flying really good, and that I want to keep flying it. So inverted is great. It's interesting with the skis that they're pretty heavy on the top there. Yeah, this thing definitely is a lot of fun to fly. Probably more fun than the FT Scout, which is very interesting. It flies so well. Oh my gosh, so well at low throttle. It's so smooth. Doesn't have any negative stall tendencies. Yeah, and some of those touch and goes that I've been doing, I have had a little bit of prop strike, like I said, but I guess that can all be fixed with a 9x6 instead of a 10x7. But that's kind of bound to happen. But yeah, you get it kind of into the ground. It's a little bit easier. You can also fix that in the build process just by moving your landing gear forward a little bit. But I don't think that that's totally necessary in this case, because if you're ginger about how you come in for your touch and goes or landings. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's a little bit of prop contact. Yeah, besides a little bit of elevator sub trim, this thing does not need any trim of any sort at all, which is crazy. These skis are working amazing. I'll have, again, the links for them in the description below, but you can print them off yourself if you have any sort of printer. They printed just fine on my Ender 3 V2, which was great. Again, just a little bit of prop contact that's a little bit annoying. I think if I lower the stiffness of my rubber bands, if I lower the, maybe get some looser rubber bands all around, they won't tend to dig the nose in as much, because the tension of the skis coming forward is also bringing the tail up when I land. Which is a little bit interesting, but yeah, wow, flying off the snow is very, very rewarding. It's super satisfying to do this touch and goes. I don't know anywhere where my voltage is at, so I'm not going to be too crazy, but this thing's amazing. It's got a lot of elevator throw to it. I even dialed it back to like 70%. Just to make sure I wouldn't have, too much that I wouldn't be able to fly smoothly. Axial rolls, that's a big deal. These skis are so much fun. I also think that my CG is a little bit on the nose heavy side, which is probably not the best, just because, at least for flying on snow, obviously, because your nose will tend to tip down. I think so. I think when I get this thing back on the ground, I'm going to dial in a little more sub trim for the elevator, a little expo, and a little more travel. So, but wow, I'm just overall impressed with this plane. thing handles so good. Except for that though. Oh, let's see if we can keep going. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we're good. Yeah, wow. Okay, I'm losing voltage slowly but surely, but we'll do one last touch and go and then bring it in for a landing. Ooh, hit the thicker snow there and almost had a pretty nasty nose over, but landing. You can just bring it in just like that. Let's see if we can taxi it around. Yeah, you can see the prop is digging in pretty bad, but all right, that'll do it. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for the video. This Simple Stick flew absolutely amazing. I love this plane, and props to the Hanger. What a great design. If you guys are looking for a solid third or fourth airplane, I think this might be a great choice. Maybe even a second airplane if you're just getting into it and you're progressing quickly. I think it's a great option for you. I'll leave a link down to the FT article and the plans for this plane in the description below, as well as, of course, those Thingiverse links like I've already mentioned. Now, if you guys aren't already subscribed to the Custom RC Mods channel, please make sure to do so. It really means a lot to me, as well as, of course, it'll keep you updated with everything going on in the Custom RC Mods world. You can join my Discord server, follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Once all those things are done, of course, you'll be in tune with everything going on. So thanks you guys for watching. Again, please like, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.